Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This is Nasir Hussain, and in this video we are going to discuss about theorems. These theorems are from chapter number 12 and they are related to class 9th and 10th mathematics. So basically this is the very first video, and in this video we are going to discuss about the structure of a theorem. So what are the components of a theorem, how do you write a theorem, what exactly a theorem means, what things you need to uh, remember while writing a theorem. First of all, let me tell you, theorem is a part where most of the students do not prepare it for the exams. Okay, they hate writing theorems, they hate learning theorems because they have to memorize a lot many things. But let me tell you, if you learn it logically, if you learn the logic behind the theorem, it will become very easier for you to remember it and memorize it. And this time you are very lucky that there are only 5 theorems. That means there are a lot of probability of a theorem which is going to come in your exam. Okay, so there are total 5 theorems and this will be there in your section C. One theorem will be a long theorem which will be of 8 marks, and there will be 2 short theorems which will be of 4 marks. So you have 8 marks from of your paper from theorems. So first of all, let us see what is exactly a theorem mean. Theorem is nothing but a mathematical statement that can be proven. So there are various theorems we have heard in our lower classes. We have learned some of the theorems. For example, we are very familiar to the Pythagoras theorem. So this is also one type of theorem. It is nothing but a mathematical statement and we have to prove it. Okay, so there is a particular way of proving a theorem. There are 6 steps of every theorem. There are 6 points which should be present in every theorem. The first point is the statement. The statement of a theorem is always written in the question. You will have to read the question. Your question will be the statement. Okay, the question which will be there, that is the statement of the theorem. You will have to read the statement and you will have to recognize that which theorem it is. From the 5, which one is this? You will have to recognize it and accordingly you will start proving it. So statement is the first part of the theorem. Second and the most important part is diagram or the figure of the theorem. So most of the students, they take it very lightly. They do not prepare about the diagrams and they just draw it and they do not understand it. So make sure whenever you are learning theorems, you understand the diagram. The diagram is the initial thing which will help you. You have to take help from your diagram. You will have to take help from your figure in order to remember your points. Okay, you need to use your diagram while writing the theorem. So second step which you are going to write while writing a theorem is you draw your diagram first. After writing the statement, you will draw the diagram first. Okay, then third is your given or data. Every statement of a theorem has 2 parts. The first part is the hypothesis part and the second part is the conclusion part. The hypothesis part starts with if and the conclusion part starts with then. For example, we can say if 2 lines intersect, then vertically opposite angles are congruent. So the part with if is your hypothesis and the part with the then is your conclusion. Given or data is basically a part of your hypothesis. Okay, whatever is given to you, whatever you know, whatever you can, the way you draw your diagram or figure, what information you are getting from your diagram, you will write down in your given or your data. So this is an information which you already know about the figure, and that is your hypothesis as well. Then next important part of the theorem is required to prove. You will write these words which are there on your screens. Required to prove. Required to prove is the part of the conclusion which you have to prove about the theorem. Okay, it is written in particular according to the figure which will be drawn. And the next part is the 5th part, which is construction. Now this is optional. This will not be present in all the theorems, but yes, in some theorems you will have to make a certain changes in the diagram of the theorem, and that you will write down and explain it in your construction part. Now the most important part is the proof. There are various ways of writing a proof, but the way which we follow while writing the theorems is we write statements one after the other, and we give reasons for that particular statement in two different columns. So we have a column for statement, and then we have an opposite corresponding column for the state reasons as well. So we are writing a statement, and then we are writing its reason. Okay, so this is the last part of the theorems. These are the 6 things. I want you to get familiar with them. You will understand it more clearly. It will get more clear when we start learning different theorems. When we start explanation of the theorems, it will get more clear. But I want you to get familiar with these things. Okay, now the last but not least is the QED. QED is basically, its abbreviation is Quod Erat Demonstrandum, which basically means which was to be proved. So you will be writing QED at the end of every theorem, and this is very important. You are supposed to write QED, this abbreviation QED. We will have to write this at the end of every theorem. So you'll come to know when we do the first question or first theorem. Okay, so this was all for today. I hope the video was useful. Take care and Allah Hafiz.